did say last weekend that I might not come to the campsite this weekend, and I might go and visit somewhere, but I've changed my mind, and the reason being is the Yellow Beetle is going next Wednesday, so I've decided to just leave it at my son's house. It can stay there over the weekend, and well, that way I can't break it. I have a habit of breaking bits and pieces, so yeah, that's just going to sit there. So maybe next weekend in my new car, which we'll get to, I shall take that out for a spin, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know, visit a church or something instead of going to the campsite perhaps, because then the week after that is the 19th and 20th, I think, and then I'm at the campsite then for a whole week anyway. So yeah, I might miss out next weekend and take the new car out for a good test run. Anyway, back to matters at hand. I still haven't fixed my leaky roof. It's not bad, it's only dripping through a bit, but we have had some torrential rain, and there's some more forecast imminently as it goes. So I want to get up to the campsite, and I've got this bottle, again I've forgotten the name of it. It comes out like water, but it seals up any small cracks. It seals up really tight. It's really good, it is. So I'm going to have a go at that when I get there, but the clouds in front of me are not looking too good, so I think it might start raining before I even get there, and obviously it's going to be no good if it's pissing down with rain. The obligatory health update, well, the blood pressure is still up and down like a fucking yo-yo, although the beta blockers seem to be, I think they're doing a bit more than just controlling my anxiety, although I feel a bit wobbly on them, and I definitely feel a bit dizzy on them from time to time. I think they're helping with the blood pressure as well, but I have cut back taking the blood pressure so much because it was becoming a fucking addiction, you know. It was just, I was taking my blood pressure like probably 15-20 times a day, and that's not good, you know. It's driving me insane, and every time it started to rise I was getting anxious, and yeah, so I've kind of backed off that. Regarding the breakup thing, I mean, that still has hit me still as hard as ever, really. I mean, there's been, I can't say I've got any better over that at all. It still hurts a lot. I still get lots of the intense dreaming about the past and her and all of that, and yeah, it's very difficult. And one thing I was thinking about today is not just the pain of losing her and someone you love. It's the fact that you just miss talking. You miss talking to them, and she was my primary source of conversation. You know, even we'd just rabbit about nonsense, but I could just talk to her, and it was just nice, you know. But I haven't got that anymore, so my phone is pretty much quiet. I think the only person that phones me now is my son Sam, really. But yeah, I do miss that. I do miss the conversations. I really do. It's the world's become a lot quieter now, you know, and a lot less enjoyable. But there we are. That's where we are with that. So I won't talk any more upon that one. Positive note, I've ordered myself a few Christmas presents. Nothing expensive, just a few bits that Sam's going to wrap up for me, and I can open on Christmas Day. Like I said, I know it sounds a bit silly, but it just gives me something small to look forward to. That's the way I see it. So there's a few bits and pieces coming. I think some's coming next week, I think, and then no, actually I think they're all coming next week. So yeah, that'll be nice. That'll give me to. But I was talking, if you remember, about going out, making a Christmas dinner in the van. But now I'm tempted just to take the car out for the entire day and maybe have some form of Christmas dinner on Boxing Day. I don't know. You know, it all depends on the weather. But I'm thinking of. I was looking at English heritage sites nearby, and there's nothing really around the Hertford area that I want to visit. So I was thinking maybe just carry on through Essex and go down to the coast somewhere, you know, Clacton, Southend, I don't know, somewhere like that, perhaps somewhere, maybe a coastline I've never been before. I know there's going to be nothing open or anything, but maybe just a walk along the beach or something, you know, maybe take the jet boil with me and brew up a cup of tea or something. Who knows, just to get Christmas Day out the way. The less tolerant I am on the road. Drivers just piss me off, even if they're doing nothing wrong, even if they're going, you know, slightly too fast or slightly too slow, or the positioning's wrong. I turn into this ogre that's like, oh my god, what are you doing? You know, and I'm sure I do it myself, you know, and put my hand up and say sorry, but I don't know, I just I ain't got the tolerance for them anymore. It's so stupid. Right, we're parked up, got a spot, all's good, and that rain is going to hit imminently, so I'm going to quickly jump in the back, find that liquid and climb up that ladder, and hopefully it will do some good, but I don't know, I don't think it's going to dry, but we'll give it a go, eh? Right, it's called Captain Tolly's Creeping Crack Repair, and I can't see any definite faults, but I think I'll give it a bit of a spray all over the place and see if it does any good. Right, I sussed out what the problem was. There's a series of holes on the roof, like little pinholes. I think that's where, because this used to be a patient transport ambulance, I think there was like a beacon either side or something, or a hole, you know, going from one side to the other, and I think the screw holes are there. They've been sealed up, but one of them is the sealant's all peeled off. It's just gone, just fucking corroded away, I guess. So I've put that Captain Tolly's stuff down, but I don't think it's going to do much cop, because I think the hole itself needs to be properly sealed. And guess what? I got none with me, and it's also going to piss down tonight, so not really a lot I can do with that. I just hope and pray it don't get too bad. It shouldn't do. I mean, it's only a really small pinhole. It's nothing too major, but it does make water come slightly through the storage lockers and drip down the wall. So, but yeah, I'll deal with that. I'll get some sealant next week. Some of the motorhome sealant stuff. I can't remember what it's called. The one everyone raves about, but that to be fair, is a pretty good one, and I think if we get a decent day, I need to get up there, give the whole roof a wash, and then reseal everything, you know, just to make it winterproof it. So anyway, there we are. Heating's on now, pretty much set up. I'm going to get out of this, go and have a shower, and enjoy the rest of the evening. And then I'm going to burn. I've got a selection of these. These are those incense cones, different scents. I mean, they were only cheap. I think it was like £8 for 6 boxes. So we should try that, give that a go, and yeah, put my feet up for the rest of the day. Happy days. Now, decisions for dinner tonight. I've got 2 options. I've got burgers again, or a chili. But I'm undecided. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to have burgers tonight. Actually, simple. Get the air fryer out, throw them in there. Job done. Nothing fancy. I'm not putting mushrooms in them or anything like that. I just purely burgers, a bit of cheese, and a bit of that Marks and Spencer's burger sauce, which is the finest, by the way. It's really good. Yeah, that's it. Decision made. Let's get on with that, getting that done. And I'll tell you what else I found the other day. I was in my garage fishing about for something or other, and I found my wallet with a bunch of DVDs in, which I used to have in my old transit camper. And yeah, I ain't looked through that yet, but there's a bunch of films in there, and that should keep me occupied as well for a few days. So I might, do I start watching them now, or do I use them at Christmas? I don't know. I'm going to have a look. I'm sure I've doubled up with some that I bought as well, you know, like the Lost Boys and whatnot. I think I've already got them in there, but yeah, I'm chuffed that I found them. Anyway, yeah, I'm waffling now, so right, let's get dinner done. There we go, couple of simple burgers, and I've got a shandy, a bit of shandy. So burger and a beer, that'll do. Got the heating on, and obviously Big Bang Theory, which I'm a bit annoyed about because they're removing the Big Bang Theory from Netflix at the end of the month. Bastards. Good morning. I'm not quite sure what happened last night, but I had my burgers and done my cleaning up, had a drink, and I went and laid on the bed and put the TV on for a bit, and within fucking, I'd say 5 minutes, I was out like a light, you know, really early, and yeah, just out like a light. I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning when I woke up. And, obviously I'd slept a long time and couldn't go back to sleep then, didn't I? So I got up, had a sandwich and another cup of tea, and then managed to sort of doze on and off until well, a few minutes ago, and it's about 7 o'clock now. But yeah, I can't believe that. I shouldn't have just, it's my own fault. It's because it's not the comfiest bench seat, like I've said before, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to go and lie on the bed just to be comfortable and watch a bit of TV. But I can't even remember what I put on, you know. That's how bad it was, and I was just out like a light. Oh my god. Anyway, I've just been thinking I'm gonna have a look to see where the nearest hardware shop is, or B&Q or something in Hertford, and see whether it's in walking distance for me to get some sealant. Although it won't be the motorhome one, because I don't think they sell it in there. I will just get a basic one for now, even if it's in one of them. I think you can get like a repair kit in a toothpaste tube type thing, just to block up one of these holes, and that will do for now until I get a opportunity to get up on the roof properly with a ladder, give it a clean and a real good seal up, you know. But it's all weather dependent, so yeah, I'll do a bit of a bodge for now. So I think that might be the plan of action for today. Weather forecast is a little bit of light rain through the day, but nothing too major, so even if I get some, I might be able to perform some form of bodge. Fingers crossed. Right, it's 8:15 in the morning. There's been a break in the weather, so I'm trekking down to a hardware shop. I can't remember which one it is. It's
think it might be Wickes or Tool Station, something like that. I did Google this morning about a B&Q, but there isn't any in Hertford. The nearest one is in Welwyn Garden City, and I'm not going all the way down there. Probably going to mess this up, but I do remember seeing on Google or the directions that the hardware shop was near Tesco's, so Tesco's is just in front of me, so let's have a hunt. That was easy enough. I found it. There's a little retail park here. Blow me down. Oh, I'm quite impressed with myself for finding that. I was expecting to be on a hunt for ages. Well, I got my sealant from Wickes, but it wasn't the toothpaste tube one, it was the normal one, so I had to buy a mastic gun as well. I've probably got about 10 of them now stashed away somewhere, but there we are, I've got it. Only cost me a tenner for the pair, so that'll do. And then walking past Tesco's, I thought I'd pop in there, and I just had this overwhelming urge to get myself a couple more burgers. After the ones I had last night, which were amazing, I bought a couple more. I know it's a bit naughty, but fuck it, what the hell. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to walk around the town. I'll come for a quick lap of the park and then going to head back, because more rain is on its way and I want to get back. I don't want to get too wet, and I'd like to seal up this roof if possible. Although last night we did have quite a bit of rain, definitely, but everything was dry this morning, so maybe that Captain Tolly's or whatever it's called, crack repair, done something, you know, who knows. But yeah, it definitely needs to be sealed up properly. Oh dear, it's starting to get the rain's starting to arrive. Oh no. And I'm about 2 miles away from the campsite at the minute, so. And no, I can't walk any faster than this because it just gets too painful for me. Although I'm not a lover of the heat, I'm getting proper fed up with this weather, I tell you. I mean, it's seems to be at the weekends that the bad weather rolls in. Through the week you get the odd few days of damp and drizzle and all that crap, but while I'm at work there's been a few days this week where I've been well, out in a t-shirt, and that's been working fine. But why can't it be like that at the bloody weekend? I do hope we do get a few nice days over Christmas, especially Christmas Day really. I'd like that, just so I can travel out in the car and not worry about getting soaked, you know, because I don't want to be soaked for the day. But we'll wait and see what happens, I guess. Anyway, I'm always bloody moaning, me, and I tell you, fucking hell, I do my own head in. Yeah, that weren't a bad little walk around the park there. I've just clocked up just over 3 miles at the minute since I set off, so hopefully by the time I get back that'll be all my steps done, and if this weather holds off I can get that roof done. But I ain't too fussed now, not now I know it hasn't leaked at all through the night, so we might be okay. I guess I'm quite lucky that hole's right on the edge of the van instead of me having to crawl across the middle, because I'm not the most agile man in the world. But let me let me show you this little hole here, if it picks it up. First thing I'm going to do, I'll tell you what, it's getting really windy. I've got a bottle of acetone here. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up with that and sort of give it a bit of preparation work before I seal it up. Hopefully it will do some good, and hopefully this rain will hold off, but it's not looking good. Well, it's not perfect, but it's loads better. Let me just show you it again. Yeah, hopefully it will suffice for now, but I definitely need to get up here and clean this entire roof. It's got moss growing on it, and yeah, it's in a bit of a mess, and the ceiling could do with a bit of a clean up and repairing. Just take a look. With a bit of luck, the rain will hold off for a little while and give that chance to dry out. Like I say, I'm not the best at DIY, but splodging a bit of sealant on a little tiny hole, I mean, well, I have to see what happens. But yeah, I've got to figure out a way of cleaning up the roof. I'd like to get it completely pristine. We did jet wash the roof on the transit van, but we created more problems than than intended. I think it needs to be a bit more delicate, so maybe I need to get a big industrial bottle of acetone and use that with like some form of scrubbing machine or something, just to freshen it all up and then reseal everything. I want it done perfectly, do you know what I mean? I don't want to just keep fucking bodging. There's nothing worse than having a leaky roof in a van, believe me. It's a pain in the arse. My Vito used to do that as well, and it just got monotonous, you know what I mean? You think you'd sealed it up and then the leak had come back. It was just such a pain in the arse. Anyway, there we are. It's done for now. Right, the boredom's starting to set in now, to be honest with you. I've been watching a bit of TV and I had another nap. I know, fucking terrible that is, but there we are. But it's raining, and yeah, I'm not going out anymore, apart from going for a shower over there. But other than that, I think that's it for me for today. Anyway, I'm going to spark up. I know this is really exciting YouTube stuff, and I can tell you're all going to be on the edge of your seats. Is what incense cone am I going to burn next? Now, let's have a look, see what we got, eh? Sandalwood, spring meadow, black opium, tropical rainforest, autumn breeze, or Californian white sage. I think I'm just going to start at the top right. I'm going to go for the black opium and see what that's like. All the boxes smell pretty much the same, to be honest with you. Now, I was going back on the reviews for these. I was only cheap off Amazon, and apparently they don't burn for that long, but it's something, isn't it? You know, it's something. I don't know enough about them. For many years I used to absolutely hate the smell of joss sticks, and I mean, if I was in a house, I wouldn't want them in a house. They just don't smell good enough for a house. But that's just me. I mean, each to their own, innit? But in a van, I don't know, there's something quite appealing about it. Or there was with the lavender ones that I were burning. The lavender ones really did smell nice, and I'm a huge fan of lavender. It's quite relaxing and can make you fall to sleep. Anyway, let's spark this up and see what it's like. to be honest, it doesn't smell it doesn't smell of that much really. I don't know what it smells of. I mean, it's got an odour to it, but not a very strong one, not one that is very nice, I guess. But oh, I don't know. Anyway, the reason I got these, right, like I said, I would never have bought them before in my life ever. I just wouldn't have bothered, because they never appealed to me, and I didn't like the smell of the joss sticks. But after all the time that I spent in vans over the years, I never seemed to find a good air freshener. You know, I had all the spray ones and the Reed diffusers and bits and pieces, but nothing ever lasted at all. So I bit the bullet, bought this egg thing, and started utilising the cones. And the lavender ones were the first ones I ever bought, and they just stuck with me for a while, but they've all gone. So that's the reason why I you know, was trying this out. Hopefully one day I'll stumble across something that smells good and will last for a long time, but until that point comes, I'm just gonna burn these, you know, these cheap ones for now. But I'm sure something will come up one day. But yeah, being in an enclosed space when you've done your cooking and whatnot, especially in weather like today, and it's raining, and you can only have your fan on, you know, a little bit, and your door just slightly ajar, otherwise you just end up getting raining. The smells definitely 100% do build up, believe me. Anyway, that's enough of that. Sunday morning, weather's a little bit moody as per usual, but it's not raining, not at the minute. It's forecast for in the next hour, I think. So if I get out and do a bit of a walk and get back, I should avoid it. So yeah, I'll have a walk, get back, have a shower, clean up the van, and then it'll be almost time to go yet again. So I watched a couple of movies last night. One was a Scott Adkins movie. If you know who he is, he's or don't know who he is, sorry, he's a martial artist guy. Does some very high octane films, very good. And then in tradition, I watched an 80s film, a little bit different, and it was Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. And I think that has to be one of my favourite Star Trek films. I think I prefer the older Kirk ones to the newer ones. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm going a bit of a different route. I found an alleyway, well, an alleyway. It's a really big alleyway, and riddled with leaves. It's very slippery, but I've never been down here before. Well, I didn't want to go to the usual route towards the town and the river and the park and all that. I wanted to do something a little bit different, but we'll give this a go. It's going to knacker me walking back up it, but it's something different to have a look at, innit? Get them steps up. Well, I've entered a housing estate. It's not the most interesting place in the world. Oh dear me, maybe I should have just headed towards the town and gone and had a look at what I know. Getting annoyed with all these Christmas decorations as well. It's sort of, oh, it's just annoying me a bit that everybody's looking forward to Christmas and I ain't doing that this time. So sad, so fucking sad. But there we are. And then there was a house back there with a great big pampas grass bush in its front garden. Now back in the day that used to be a symbol for you was open for amorous activities. I don't know if it still is. I know it's all about the pineapples now, but it definitely used to be something to do with the pampas grass. So I'm told. I mean, I wouldn't know myself, but so I hear. Well, at least I know where I am now. Have a walk around this churchyard and the front of the church. I won't be able to get in because there'll be activities went there this morning, but it's always worth a nosy round. I still like the graveyards, which brings me on to the topic of next week. I will definitely go and explore a church, whether it's one I've been to before or a new one, I don't know, but I'm going to take out the new car if all goes to plan and find somewhere to visit next weekend. So I won't be doing any walking around Hertford next weekend. I'll save that for the week after, when I'm down here for the Christmas week. It's a magnificent church, this one. It's not very old, I don't think. I mean, I might be completely wrong. It looks relatively, well, not new, but a lot newer than other ones I've viewed. But it is massive, and the bell tower's got quite the Gothic look to it. Yeah, it does look very good. I'd love to get in there one day on my own, but I don't think they open this for public use. You know, I think it's one of them high-risk areas, and you can see why. It's right on the edge of town, so but maybe one day I'll get in there. Maybe I should email them. Maybe someone commented on one of my videos actually on my other channels about how to move forward, you know, with this breakup stuff and get myself a hobby and an interest. So because I've got this love for churches, maybe I should just start emailing, you know, the owners or the wardens a little bit more and get myself inside. So maybe that's something to think about. Yeah, I just poked my head in the door. There's a service going on, but wow, it's a magnificent church. Looks amazing in there. I've got to find a way of getting in there. And just walking around these gravestones, I think that's not going to be the original church, because some of these stones are, are ancient. So maybe the original church got renewed, or the original one fell down or something. It has to, because there's no way it tallies up with these ancient stones. Anyway, I'll find out more one day. I'll get in there and hopefully there'll be a leaflet about its history. I think I made it back just in time. It's just starting to drizzle now, and I can see sort of a mist ahead of me, so rain's about to hit any second now. That's good. I've done just shy of 2 miles. I know it's not, well, it's not enough, but you know, it's a good start in it. I'll do some more this afternoon, but yeah, happy days. Let's go get a cup of tea and go and get myself in that shower. So a quick sandwich, quick cup of tea, then go and get that shower. And I definitely timed it right. It's just starting to piss down now. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, that's about it really. I think I'll just finish up this sandwich. I've started to compile a list of bits and pieces that I need over the Christmas period, because obviously a lot of places are going to be shut. Well, then they're going to be shut Christmas Day, and then everywhere's going to be busy around that surrounding time. But I'm limited the amount of space that I can put things, so I'm going to have to try and come up with some form of plan. But the good thing is, because I'm bringing the car here, I can just nip off and go and stock up when required. That's the plan. But I've just got to figure out how I'm going to get a bit of turkey a bit of meat in the van. I was going to cook it before I come here, but obviously I arrive here on the 20th, and you can only store cooked meat in your fridge for 3 or 4 days, so it's not going to fucking last. And I've only got a fridge. I mean, I could turn one of the fridges into a freezer. It does do that, but then I'm limiting myself on fridge space. So I don't know. I know it sounds all bullshit to you probably, but this is something I need to figure out. I definitely, one way or another, have got to have some form of roast dinner. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to eat this sandwich, have my cup of tea and get cleaned up. Down at those campsites, you know, the one at Radwell and the one down here at Hertford. They just give me a little bit of a break from normality. Obviously I'd like to travel a bit further afield and experience something else, but it's having the time and fitting it in, you know. It's difficult when you still have to work full time. Plus, I'm going to be honest with you, it's the exhaustion now as well. I mean, I get bloody knackered easily, especially on these blood pressure medications. They wipe me out, and then the anxiety things that I take as well, they wipe me out even more. So I'm fucking knackered, and I'd hate to be on the road and get really tired and cause a bit of a problem. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully that'll never happen, but you never know, do you? A few years back, I used to come out on days like this at the weekend and go out on my bike. I used to love cycling, and I'd always go out in the rain as well, around the country lanes, and just get covered in mud and listen to me music, and I was quite content back then. I wish I'd kept it up, but I don't think my hips would keep up with me anymore. Now the pins that I've got in my legs have gone arthritic. They cause me quite a bit of grief, so I don't think I'll be able to do it, but I definitely do miss it. That's why I've often spoke about getting myself an electric bike to help me out a bit. Okay, back in sunny Stevenage now, and I was just thinking to myself, as you do, how much the things that I do are pretty much a loop. You know, I get up in the morning, go to work, come back to this, put the telly on, you know, watch the TV, go to sleep, get up, and it's just a loop, isn't it? As it is for a lot of people, don't get me wrong. But now I've incorporated the weekends into that, you know, going up to the campsite and I don't know, just doing that. It feels like life has become one repetitive cycle, you know. Now I've got no breaks going back down to Wales or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it's just messed everything up. But anyway, that's enough of me complaining. I do that enough through my videos as it is. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you for watching me, if you have indeed. You know, I do appreciate the ones that do. I will be filming something next week, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get to go visit a church or a church ruin or an English heritage site or something just a little bit different. So I shall speak to you next week.